Well, hello to all you shooters and reloaders out there, and also Three Circles passengers and members. It's Fortune Cookie 45 LC coming to you from the Hot Lead Zone. Happy New Year 2021. And I thought I'd tell you about an experience I had up in the Seattle, Washington area working with a new shooter at the range. And so when you work with a new shooter at the range, you have to have a plan. You can't just go to a range with a new shooter and wing it, because it's a great responsibility to help a new shooter along. And today there are a lot of new shooters out there, so you might find yourself in the same situation. So develop your own plan. But my plan is to start them off with safety instructions, because that's first and foremost priority. And if you don't have safety, you can't have communication or joy or a good time or a learning experience, positive experience. You can't get any of that unless you have safety. And you have to impress upon the new shooter that safety and gun handling go hand in hand. If you're not going to be safe, you got no business handling any kind of firearm. Anyway, start them off with a good 22, because 22s, for obvious reasons, low cost and low recoil, low noise, high fun factor. And I like to use Federal bulk pack. And I was fortunate in that when there was ammo available, I bought a bunch of this, and so now that there's a shortage, I'm ready to go. And here's a nice bulk pack. The new shooter is going to shoot about 100 rounds of this, and we're going to go ahead and comp that to him, because that's the right thing to do. You want to encourage new shooters, not put impediments in front of them. Anyway, a very good gun, if you happen to have one of these. Action is locked open, no magazine, and all these guns have been clear. So what we got here is a Browning Buckmark. And the reason why this is a great gun to teach new shooters is because it's very reliable with this open ejection port. And you can see from both sides whether there's any ammo in there or whether there's any ammo in the chamber. It's a good gun. Plus, it's got one of the best triggers on any 22 semi-automatic or even revolver for that matter. Excellent trigger. Excellent sights. Easy action, and doesn't kick a lot. It's comfortable ergonomics in the grip. Nice grip angle. It's a 1911 type grip angle. So anyway, this is a nice one. And teach them how to load the magazines, which is a good skill for them to start them off. This is a good one. But another one that's very close to that would be the Smith & Wesson A22, because it has the open ejection port also. With high-speed ammo, this is a very reliable pistol. The empties just fly out of there. They don't spin back in. So again, the sights are excellent. Trigger pull's not as good as the Browning, but not bad. So this one takes the magazines with the ejection, with a magazine release right here. It's a nice gun to use for new shooters. So I use that one about as much as the Buckmark. But don't forget the good old Ruger. Whatever mark you got, all the marks are good. Tell that to all the marks you know. Well, anyway, doesn't have the wide open ejection port, but it's pretty reliable. And every once in a while you might get one spin back in, but that's okay, because that's part of shooting, and it's good to be able to expose new shooters to that. By the way, with the safety instructions, I always go over what to do in case there's a misfire with 22 ammo, and especially this cheaper 22 ammo like this Federal bulk pack or Remington Golden Bullet, Winchester Wildcat, CCI Blazer. You might get a misfire every once in a while because they didn't spin the priming compound into the rim properly or some kind of problem like that. Good to tell a new shooter what to do in case it goes click when it's supposed to go pop, and it doesn't go pop, it goes click. Good for them to pick that up. Well, once they've fired about 100 rounds out of the 22, then they're getting ready to go to something else. And so that's when it's good to bring in a 38 special revolver like this one. No, it's not a Smith & Wesson Model 10 or an M&P. Looks like it, but it happens to be imported from Brazil and comes through the port of Miami, Florida. And those of you out there who are with it would understand that that means Taurus. So this is a Taurus Model 66. Or is it a 65? 65. So this is a 38 Special 357 Magnum, but we let them shoot the nice cast bullet load. These are Lee 158 grain tumble lube bullets with a standard load of 3.5 grains of promo. And this load can be shot by the bucketful. It's very cheap to load if you cast your own bullets like I do. Comes to like 6 cents a round, maybe even a little less, although now with powder and primer costing as much as they do, probably costs more than that now. But this is a great load for them to shoot. The revolver is inherently accurate because they can load and see that they've loaded it. Very easy manual of arms. All you do is close the cylinder and then cock it, take your sight picture, trigger squeeze, you teach them that, and then they can fire this, and it doesn't kick a whole lot. Tell them that it's going to kick though. But if the new shooter demonstrates that they have the wherewithal to really handle the gun well, and they're just killing it with a 22 and a 38, let them shoot the 45 ACP 1911. Now I know there are a lot of you out there who are going to say, what? You're going to give a new shooter a 45 auto? That's like overkill. They're going to go running out the door. No, they don't do that because this happens to be my 1911 comp gun that I fired hundreds of thousands of rounds through this thing. And what it is my favorite load of 5.2 grains of promo. That's a pretty stiff load, but you want that because the compensator and the extra weight out here. This thing shoots that load just great. And a 200 grain Lee semi-wad cutter bullet. I happen to have a jug of it right here. Used to shoot this much in a week. But this is a great load for new shooters to shoot. And this gun doesn't kick that much. Well, it does recoil, but it doesn't jump in their hand as much. And so this is a great gun for new shooters. And because it creates big holes in the target, the new shooters, their eyes open up as big as the bullet holes when they see them. It's quite impressive for them. And to know that they've shot a 45 automatic pistol, kind of nice. They would like to be able to tell people that they shot the 44 Magnum Dirty Harry revolver, but no, that's too much for new shooters. But the 45 automatic makes a nice second place in terms of panache. But anyway, this is a great gun for new shooters, especially with 10 round magazines, these Chip McCormick's. I like these. However, you have to talk about the Glock because new shooters know the Glock. And so if they can handle the 22s and 38s very well, I might let them shoot the 9mm Glock. This happens to be a Model 34 because this one handles very well, very accurate. The sights aren't as good as, say, on my comp gun because these are the best sights you can have. But not bad. And the accuracy is there, and they can shoot the Glock. Got the nice 10-round magazine. But you know, up there in Washington State, if you're a resident there, by goodness, you can own the 19-round magazines, even the 33-round magazines up there in Washington State. We can't have those here in California. we're stuck with the 10 rounders. Heaven help us if there's a mob. Well, anyway, that's another story. Anyway, those are the guns, and the beauty is because you cast your own, these are all castable loads. Oh, by the way, I didn't tell you the 9mm load that's really good for new shooters is the Lee 124 grain truncated cone. And these are powder coated. This is the tumble lube design. And these you can load by the bucketful and shoot by the bucketful and really not have a lot of cost there except for the primers these days. But if you bought your primers for $33 a thousand, you don't feel it. I might feel differently if I had to spend $200 for the same 1,000 round brick of primers today though. But anyway, I've got a appointment to meet the new shooter at the range. And so I did. This already happened because we're editing and uploading this after the fact. But we had a great time with the new shooter at the range. Originally there was a possibility to go with 3 new shooters, but I didn't want to handle 3 new shooters, so only 1. And 1 is good. She had a great time. Let's go ahead and review the shooting at the range for you. And then afterwards, she learned a lot. She was quite a good student, picked it up real fast, and she shot groups like this with all the guns, including the 38 Special at 22, at 21 feet. That's 7 yards, groups like this. So she did a great job. And fine young woman that I had a chance to work with, and may you have chances like that in the year 2021.
I got it stuck in.
But here she is loading a 22 long rifle magazine. Happens to be for a Smith & Wesson A22. So Smith & Wesson A22. There you go, that's in. There you go, you're hot. You got the stance? You don't have to lean forward too much, just a little bit. Just keep shooting. Yeah, you got it. Just keep going.
All the way through, not piercing it. It's freaking impossible. Inside for 6 years. But it's crazy. I got 3/4 of the way through, but again, it just revered a little bit.
Straight back with that trigger.
But our coaches were like that. They were like, so they built like things, and they were like, kind of like.
There you go. Now you're empty. Nice undisturbed press of the trigger.
Oh, it didn't go.
Okay, this is a good. Finger off the trigger. Go ahead and lower it. Drop that down. There you go. There you go. You're hot. Remember to press straight back. There you go, you hit. That was a hit.
That was it?
No, you're still hot.
Oh, okay.
That was a hit. You got it. You got the idea. Okay. Can you tell you're empty?
Yeah.
Magazine out. There you go. You got it. You're figuring it out.
Oh no, sorry, my goggles are all foggy.
Yeah, you're doing a great job. Yeah, you're doing a great job. Just keep going like. You see how you can shoot faster and shoot just as well. And you're empty. Now roll this around so it's easier.
Oh.
Use your, there you go. Now you can load those easier.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember now, it's not going to hurt you. It'll kick. Now go ahead and close it up. There you go. Now take your grip. Now go ahead and hold up the same stance as you did before. Go ahead and cock the hammer. Now same thing now, just squeeze it and let it kick. It's going to make a kick and pop.
Okay.
Won't hurt you. There you go. Just like that. Now go ahead and cock the hammer again and shoot a second shot. And just keep going. There you go. Keep going. Yeah, keep going. Now, did you notice how you had, when it didn't go off, your gun pushed forward a little bit?
Yeah. I'm not.
Now this time, yeah, keep that thumb down and come over the top with that thumb to cock it.
Okay.
That way your right hand grip is never off. Straight back squeeze on that trigger. Just go straight back with it like you're doing. Great job. Keep going. You see a little drop there?
Yeah.
That's what a fine young woman that was that I had a chance to work with. It was my privilege and my honor to spend that time with her. And not because she's got an Annie Oakley gene in her, but because she does. But because it's very obvious her character is wonderful. Anyway, may you have opportunities to work with outstanding young people like that in the future. And may I also have more opportunities like that. It's going to be fun. At any rate, take care. We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.